Hello and welcome back to another RouterGods video. My name's Humphrey Chung and we are going to be looking at another technical resume. So this person is going for a network engineering position or as a systems engineer for a vendor. And of course, as usual, I have blacked out any identifying information to keep it private. All right, let's start off. So just taking a quick look at the resume, looks like 3 pages. Okay, 3 pages, probably want to get that down to 2 pages. And it's kind of a traditional format, which is good, top down. And we've got a summary. We've got the professional experience. Boom, boom. Got the education and we got the certs. All right, nice clean format. I like it. Let's start off with the summary, the wonderful ever-present summary. Network security and route switch engineer. Probably want to put down number of years to industry. So let's say network engineer, security for 10 years in the hospital healthcare industry. That would be a good summary. Here, you're pretty vague here with just saying you're a network security and route switch engineer. Probably want to add a little bit more to that. Number 2, consistently recognized for technical troubleshooting skills, blah, 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 blah. Kill that. Ability to learn quickly and master new technology. Kill that, right? Unless you want to demonstrate how you learned quickly. You just can't say ability to learn quickly. Hopefully that is understood if you're in the networking field. Okay, professional experience. So it looks like this person has worked at the same place for a couple years and has promoted a couple times. So same place, something, something, information systems, and they are currently as a core network engineer. And previous to that, they were the senior technical specialist, IS support. So that's good. This is the correct way of doing, of showing promotions if you've been at the same company for a little bit. One thing to notice is they've put in their supervisor names. Don't do that. You don't need the supervisor names. The only exception is, which this person has done a couple times, is if you are applying internally to another job, then yes, you would have the supervisor name because at this healthcare system, the other supervisor can simply contact your current supervisor. So that part is okay. Okay, so then they've got a core network engineer management, implement 900 Cisco Nexus series switches and routers. Good. You have the quantity, you have the type, 40 Arista switches, 16 Palo Alto. Cool. Awesome. Participate in 24/7 on-call rotation. Awesome. Good stuff. Nice, couple sentences explaining the position. And then we have the accomplishments and contributions. Implemented new Palo Alto. You don't need to put new. It's just implemented, installed, deployed, something like that. Palo Alto 5250 firewalls to supply increased bandwidth to guest internet users. All right. Yeah, you may want to talk about, add a little bit more detail about the bandwidth. How much more bandwidth? How many more guest internet users? But that's okay. Assist with management. Okay, so don't put assist with management. Just get straight into it. Managed, efficient IP, DNS, DHCP servers for enterprise. How big of a DHCP DNS deployment? How many servers? How many people? But don't put assist with management. Just say managed or configured 500 servers for DNS, something like that. You also don't need to put for enterprise. It's understood. You're installing it for your company, which is an enterprise. Okay, migrated over 1,200 network devices. May want to flesh out what type of network devices, laptops, iPads, whatever. From legacy Cisco access, you don't need to put legacy. From ACS to, don't need to put new. So from ACS to ICE for TACACS and radius authentication. Yeah, you could probably leave that or just take that out to tighten it up. Updated Visio documentation of routing and switching infrastructure that was more than 4 years out of date. All right. How much documentation were there? Were there hundreds of documents? Were there dozens of documents? How big were these documents, etc.? And if possible, if you can privatize or black out certain information, you may want to include a snapshot of a page, of a sample page that you've done. Show it off, right? Of course, you can't You can't show IP addresses and stuff like that, but find a way to show that off. Assisted technical architects with the migration. Yeah, okay. Don't put the assisted technical architects with the, just say migrated over 400 switch interfaces. Boom. Yeah, you could get rid of like 8 words out of that. Implemented new, just say implemented. Just say something like implemented Arista switches. May want to say how many, right? Dozen, hundreds, etc. And then with configuration managed by, yeah, you could just kill the whole with configuration managed by, just say something like with Arista Cloud Vision Portal. You could just tighten that up. Okay, so for this sentence of assisted network automation team with reviews of Ansible scripts, if you were just truly just reviewing the Ansible scripts, then you could probably leave this sentence as is. But if you were changing any of the scripts, then you would take out assisted network team and just say configured, changed, etc. Ansible scripts, right? You don't need assisted network automation team with. Just get straight into it with what you did with the Ansible scripts. Review tenable security scans, blah, 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 mitigate. Okay, so review tenable Nessus vulnerability scans, that's fine. Mitigate risk based on security policy. You could just kill the whole mitigate risk based on security policy. You may want to have another line for that, right? Mitigate risk, patched up servers, etc. in response to the vulnerability scans. Mitigation tasks included upgrading. Okay. You can actually have that second sentence, mitigation task, as another line item. Assisted technical architects with the implementation of BGP routing. Okay, don't put assisted technical architects. Just say implemented BGP routing for Azure Express route connections. Done. Provided troubleshoot assistance with network packet capture. Okay, too long of a sentence. Just say used packet capture analysis. Be specific. Was it Wireshark? If so, just say used Wireshark. Boom, done. Yeah, actually, Wireshark troubleshooting, right? Just make it short and sweet. Everyone knows what Wireshark troubleshooting is for. Okay, so as a core network engineer looking at the bullet points, we have 10 bullet points. Get that down to 5, right? Get that down to 5. Things like the troubleshooting with the packet capture analysis. It's kind of understood if you're a core network engineer that you'll probably be doing some packet capture analysis, so you don't need to do that. Assisted network team with reviews of Ansible scripts. That's a little weak if you were just reviewing, so you may want to get rid of that. Updated Visio documentation. You probably want to get rid of that unless you're upgrading. You updated hundreds of documentations, and we're talking hundreds and hundreds of pages. I mean, big project. Then keep that in there, but that is kind of weak. Okay, let's do the senior technical specialist. So they were here for about a little bit more than a year. Provided excellent customer support to improve ServiceNow reporting. How did you improve ServiceNow reporting? What was the specific task that you did? Did you make new reports? Did you cull old reports, etc.? With additional workload insights, just kill that. That's too fluffy. Fully participated in, just kill the fully participated in. Just say 24/7, 365 on-call rotation. That's good. Primarily responsible for day-to-day management and requests on 78 Palo Alto network firewalls. Okay, so that's good. You can tighten down that paragraph a little bit. Accomplishments and contributions. Primary contact for day-to-day instance and requests related to, okay, that's fine. Actually, that's a little redundant. Primarily responsible, because right above that you have primarily responsible for day-to-day management, and then right under you have a bullet point saying the exact same thing. So kill that. Just kill that line. Provide a review of 100 legacy permissive increasing overall. Okay, so review. How did you review it? Did you get rid of those rules? Did you tighten them up? Did you add some new rules, right? So just say reduced 100 legacy rules to something else. Was it a big project? Was it multi-month? Utilize Palo Alto firewalls in conjunction to create dynamic proactive security firewalls. Integrated Palo Alto firewalls with MindMeld and autofocus to do something, right? Assisted with design and implementation of new ICE to replace aging. Okay, migrated Cisco ACS to ICE. And then add in how many servers you did. Verified new network switches were added to FortiGate network access control, and the policy was applied correctly. Implemented new servers with Fortinet and implemented new access policy, or just kill that line. That's a little weak there. So you could probably cut this down to 3 to 4 bullet points. And of course, just like before, tighten up the wording to be more active voice than passive voice. Okay, so that was a quick and dirty review of another resume. This person is going for network engineer or systems engineer for a vendor. There are more parts to the resume, but we can use the same principles from the first 2 positions to cover that. My name's Humphrey with RouterGods. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.